I just want to start this video off by saying I am by no means a conspiracy theorist. Not one of those type of people. As a matter of fact, a lot of those people that go really far with that it kind of irks me, right? People that say, oh, you know why? Because of this and that, and they put the pieces of the puzzle together. And although I believe that, there's an underworld, there's a behind the curtain, the things that we don't see, the things that they don't show us. There's chess moves and political views on things that are not, at the forefront of things, right? There's a lot of that going on. And although we don't see it plain as day, it's happening. And so I believe in those things. I believe that everybody has some sort of things that we hide to the public, right? But behind closed doors, we got the leather on and the chains and the straps and the handcuffs. I'm sorry, my mind just went too far. But people do things that are unbeknownst to the world, obviously. So in business, in politics, it's no different, right? It's just on a much, much bigger level, and they have just so much more to gain or lose or hide. So with that being said, I want to talk about the conspiracy theories that I believe could possibly be with the JW organization. Now, this organization reeks of, a lot of things done under the floorboards. It reeks of it. You're talking about a cult. You're talking about, a lot of things that are hidden, a lot of things that that would probably shock people to death. Not so much us, people on the other side of the line, right? People that were once affiliated or once baptized into this organization and then left. We see clearly. I'm talking about for the remaining devout members who really believe in this organization, they would be shocked. So one of the things that I was thinking about, and it just hit me, it wasn't even, those things that you got to dig for. Like, okay, what's going to be, the next thing I talk. No, I don't move that way, right? Things come to me, and then from me, it goes to you, right? I don't think about things, if nothing comes to mind for the next 2 months, 3 months, you won't see a post from me, for the next 2 or 3 months, as it did prior to me putting up these new posts. There was like a 3, 4, 5 month gap, so I wait till things come to me and it hits me and it makes me think, and then I bring it to you. One of those things was, I just felt it very weird about the celebrity affiliation with the JW organization. I felt it very weird that you have people that have left the organization. They are no longer a part of it. Probably got family members that are close to them that are still part of it, but these are celebrities that left. And you don't hear them speak bad about it ever, right? Not one. Not one. There's a question mark there for me, because I'm like, there's no one that rose to fame that doesn't have a contempt for this organization. So I started thinking, I said, I wonder, just a thought, if the organization pays off certain people that reach a certain status. Either they pay them off because that person of status came to them and said, listen, I need a monthly stipend, right? of whatever amount to keep my mouth shut. Now, I was disfellowshipped or, wrongly accused of something, or I just fell out and just didn't believe in it anymore. And, I feel like talking about it, right? I'm going to do Barbara Walters next week, right? R.I.P. Barbara Walters, one of the greats. I'm going to do Barbara Walters, and going to need a little something to keep my mouth shut. Because, I want to talk about the organization, the JW organization, that is, and certain things that happen or whatever. Now, that person of influence can really influence and possibly drive people that are already in out, and people that are out, keep them out, right? It would make sense that they would be put on a monthly, they would invoice them a month, 30,000, 20,000, chunk change, right? For the organization, 15,000, right? To keep their mouth shut. I just felt that it was very odd that no one, not even of a small to medium status, ever goes out like what's the woman's name from Kings of Queens? Kings of Queens, right? Leah Remini or whatever, how she did with Scientology. You're trying to tell me there's no one of even that status that never wanted to speak against the organization? Find it very weird, right? Forget about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson probably was on payroll, right? Because his influence was through the roof. Of course there's people that's going to be, oh, he's just crazy, that's wacko jacko and all that or whatever. But he has real influence if he just, but his mother is still in the organization, and I think he has a sister. So with a lot of the JWs, they say, you know what, I'm out. I'm not going to spoil the party. Let them live. And they just keep quiet. It's, it's like, I don't want to embarrass mom or dad or, their aunts and uncles. But there has to be someone out there that don't care about that. Maybe their parents are deceased now. Maybe whatever the reason. I find it very odd that no one of a certain influence, status, doesn't sit down and say, I thought Cat Williams was going to go in. He was speaking so openly about everything, right? And then he tippy-toed around that, and it just goes to show how much there's a fear factor involved, because they associate the organization, with God. So it seems like a lot of people are just fearful still. Or they don't want to ruffle any feathers, or they're being paid off. It's just a thought, right? I think about everyone that through the years, they say, oh, they grew up as JWs, the Wayans, so many people, put it in the comments. All the people that had affiliation, Biggie Smalls, I don't know. A lot of people just had vague and very light affiliation, so I'm very careful not to just throw that on anybody, because JWs love doing that, right? You know who grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and then you find out they're like, no, that was like my third aunt on my, grandmother's side, and it's like, so I don't want to just throw out names, but you can put it in the comments, and I'm pretty sure these comments are going to be filled up with all the people that were affiliated, and no one was rubbed the wrong way. No one was falsely accused. No one has a disdain for Ja Rule spoke about it probably more than most. When he said he if you dig up an interview, he was talking about it and about his mother was disfellowshipped or something like that, and he didn't want no parts of the organization, because he grew up as that as well. And he just touched the iceberg. Or one of the final, I guess, reasons as to why a lot don't speak about it, because it's not important to them. Maybe it's not important. It's like, I'm making money. I got a 50-room mansion, Ferrari, Lambo, all that. I don't care about that. But for the people that were wronged by this organization, or the family members that they have that's still affiliated, they were shunned or wronged by them, or felt wronged by them, y'all ain't gonna speak about it? It's weird, that, and then I thought about it. I said, someone that's smart would say, hey guys, so yeah, I'm in a new movie. It's Spider-Man 20, and I got a major part. As a matter of fact, I'm Spider-Man, and I'm part of the whole Marvel franchise, so I'm going to be doing a lot of press. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of press. And I don't want to press you, but I would think that it would be in your best interest to, I don't know, write out a donation to me, maybe possibly on a monthly basis, to keep my mouth, right? No one? Come on, guys. If you want to get a little bit of paper, especially if you're struggling out here because SAG was on strike and you need to get this dough. Hey, I'm not saying, that you should, what's that word, right? I get forgetful when this camera goes. Extortion. No, we're not talking about extortion. We're talking about them giving you a donation, right? They ask for donations. Hey, give me a donation to forget certain things, right? Big business. It's the American way.